Alright, in this video we are going to be talking about drawing the still life that is in front of you. And it is the still life that looks like this. In fact, these are some student examples from last quarter. But you should all have one that's taped up to your plexiglass. So we're going to do this on black paper eventually, but I would like you to start on the white paper first. And so I have my sketchbook in front of me, and I have a white piece of paper here, which is where I'm going to do my practice drawing. To figure out how big and where to place things. So whenever we start a still life, we are going to start with very simple objects. And in other words, this thing that looks like a basket is very round, very circular. The picture is very round, and then it has kind of a triangular top, and so forth. So I'm going to do a very, very quick sketch, and then I'm going to develop it a little bit more here, and then I'll move on to the black paper. So when I say a quick sketch, I am talking about, oh boy, maybe a minute to a minute and a half. Because you're just saying, okay, circle here for this big basket. It's got a circle inside of it like this. We get the picture over here, which they're not really touching, but the picture is just a little bit shorter, so it's pretty big too. But it's got a round base, so I'm going to start with a circle right here. And then I'm going to put a triangle for the top of it and an oval for the handle. I have the cups with the eggs right about here, and they do overlap both of these two objects. So I'm going to start with the oval for the inside of the cup bowl, right about here. I'm going to make it a very square bowl to start with. And then the last thing that I see in here is a shell. And according to what I'm drawing, now some of you are going to see the reverse of this, but according to what I'm drawing, the shell is over on this side. It's where the picture is. And it does go almost all the way to the bowl. So I'm going to start with a circle shape here and then a triangle. It kind of looks like an ice cream cone right now. I also have the eggs that are inside of the bowl. So I've got like a half circle, half circle, half circle. Okay, I'm not sure how long that was, but that was pretty quick. So at this point I say, okay, do I have the placement correct? Are these about in the right place? Do I have the right overlapping and so forth? And then if I do, I can start developing the details to make it look a little more realistic. Okay? So I think that this needs to be a little more oval. And I drew the inside of it. I think that the bowl tapers in, angles in, and it certainly does round on the bottom. I think that the picture does not have this line right here, but I do like the shape of the bottom of it, but it curves up a little bit more. And the spout of the picture goes like this, and it curves on the top. The handle definitely needs some work and some changes, so I will go ahead and work on that. But you get my point. Now I'm going to come back and say, okay, how do I make this look more like the actual still life? I need a point on the shell. I need some jagged lines right here. I can see the opening of the shell. And these are all the things that I'm going to now look at after my quick drawing. All right, so once you get done with your quick drawing and you say, yeah, I got it, I know how to do this, then it's time to move on to the black paper. Well, the black paper, where we're going to do the shading, needs what we call a little TLC. That's why we did the white paper first, because TLC means tender loving care. We're going to take it kind of light and slow after we get the initial drawing done, but we're going to go ahead and put everything on here and draw it on the black paper. You notice I'm holding my pencil like this because I don't want to cause grooves in the paper, so I'm trying to use the side of my pencil to put the lines and the details on. Oh, you guys can see that on the thing there. So I'm going to get that quick sketch on. I'm running out a little bit out of the room of my shell, but I think I can get most of it on here. I've got the circle for the picture, and again, maybe triangle to start with, and then you can develop this drawing. So once you get everything on here and you have perfected your drawing, then we are going to be working with what is called white charcoal pencils. Now, a couple things about these white charcoal pencils. They are really, really snazzy to use. I like them. But they're very soft, so we don't want to press hard on the lead. We don't want to over sharpen them. In fact, this one has a really nice point, but I really don't need it that pointed. And we really definitely don't want to drop these. So take really, really good care of these. All right, so let's just say that we are to that point where we have our drawing on there. We're going to go ahead and start shading. And what's different about this time is now we are putting the light areas in instead of the dark areas. And so we're going to take our handy dandy white charcoal pencil. We're going to find those bright areas, which right here it happens to be on the right side of the picture. And we're going to shade by, if I press kind of dark, I'm going to get lighter areas. And as I come around to this side, it's going to get, I'm going to lessen up on the pressure and let more of the paper show through so that it gets darker and darker and darker. Okay? And you would do that all the way down. For example, I would go over to this side now and I would say, okay, I've got the lightest part of this thing over on this side. I take that back. It's actually kind of dark over here, and it is light on this side too, but it also has a bright side over here. So I'm going to go ahead and shade. The thing is you really have to observe what the picture on the plexiglass is showing you. Because like I said, it actually is darker over here. In fact, right about here, I'm going to just get lighter and lighter. Oh, wait. I'm going to lessen my pressure and get darker and darker. Okay? So you can continue with this. You can see I put some details in the eggs to show shadows. I've got light on the right side. And you definitely can take your time. And again, we're showing the lighter areas with the amount of pressure we put on. And as we lessen up and leave the paper showing, we rely more on the paper to make the dark areas. Okay? Now, at the end of class, I don't think you guys are going to get anywhere close to being done with this. So we're going to go ahead and take this pencil, and we're just going to close it inside of our sketchbook. We're going to carry our sketchbook like this so that it doesn't fall out, and then we will have it on Friday when we resume, or whatever day you are on, working on this. So, and that is the end of the video.